This is Dream Power Radio, the place where your dreams turn into reality. Here is your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Dream Power Radio. This is a place where we talk about dreams, both daytime and nighttime dreams, and how you can use them to make the internal shift to a life you love and rediscover the truth of who you really are. I'm not what you would call the world's greatest cook. In truth, I've always been one of those people who eat to live as opposed to one who lives to eat. So mostly I stick to meals I've made tons of times. So cooking them is like muscle memory. This makes it possible for me to get through the what's unpleasant for me chore of cooking without a lot of stress. Recently, though, my husband and I have made a commitment to eat a healthier diet. And this involves cooking lots of meals I'm making for the first time. I'd be a total wreck and be filled with stress every time I made one of these meals if I didn't have a recipe to follow. Having those step-by-step instructions makes making these meals easy. And if I follow them correctly, I end up with tasty and healthy dishes we can both enjoy. But as you already know, this isn't a cooking show. So what does all this have to do with living your dream life? Well, according to my guest, holistic life coach and energy healer Carolina Ayala, a happy and purposeful life can be achieved by following a recipe as well, a recipe for success. Carolina has written a step-by-step guide that does this called It's a Piece of Cake, and she's here to tell us all about it now. Welcome to Dream Power Radio, Carolina.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, this is going to be fun to talk all about this step-by-step recipe for success. Well, Carolina, in the introduction to your book, you say something that I've noticed over and over with so many people. Most of the time, we are our worst enemies. So what makes us trip up on ourselves that keeps us frustrated and stuck?
I think that the reason why this happened is because we put high expectations. We are so hard with ourselves. We want to be the best, so we don't have compassion towards ourselves. So that's a blockage because you don't value every step. You're just focusing on the end goal, but you don't value the small things that you keep doing over and over to get there. So I think that that's the reason of a lot of frustration.
Yeah, they're not so focused. And that brings me to the next topic I want to talk about, which is clarity, because you could say that that's actually the first step on the road to self-improvement. And, it seems so obvious, but like you say, most of us travel through life never really examining what we really want and how to get there. Just, like you say, looking just toward the end result, not going through what you have to do to get there. So explain the importance of clarity and the ways that you can help us gain clarity if we don't have it.
Yeah, well, when we talk about clarity, many people, when I ask them, what do you want in life, for example, what is the common answer? I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be wealthy, right? But the concept is a general concept. So when I talk about clarity, it means to transform that concept into something personal. What healthy means for me. Because it's totally different, that concept for me than for you, Debbie. It's totally different, right? So it's important is to first have that clarity that what I want is not the same for everybody. So I have to define what is a happy family. You have to say a happy family for me is 1, 2, 3, do a bullet point or have an idea how that looks like for you. Because otherwise you are looking for something, but you don't even know what it is. So that's what we call lack of clarity. So the idea is to narrow down, focusing on what you really want, what you really love, and focus on that to make it happen.
Wonderful. Well, another thing that makes a big difference in determining what we get out of life is our mindset. But it's not just any mindset. So talk a little bit about the difference between a learner, a judger, and a victim mindset.
Yeah, well, the mindset means, let's start with that, right? How you perceive the situations in your life, right? So most of the time, people, sometimes they are negative, pessimistic, what we call the judger, right? It's always, why me? How this is happening? You focus on all the negative things that you can in that situation, right? So that do not allow you to move forward because that already happened. You're focusing on the problem instead of on the solution, which is the one that will help you to move forward. Then there's the other side when people have this positive mindset, right? The way that you see life, your perception of life is all positive, optimistic. What is the solution? What can I learn from this? Yes, I made a mistake, but tomorrow I will do better. I will try harder, right? That's the learner process, because you are always learning from your mistakes, and you're learning from also the good things that you do, what was the process, what was the recipe to be able to replicate that over and over and over, right? And also, well, then there is the other kind of mentality. There are many, right? But the one that you mentioned is like the victim, is that you don't assume any responsibility. Everything is, you deflect, you give a lot of explanations about why this is not happening, right? But you cannot take responsibility of, oh, I have a part on this, because the event is fixed. Whatever happens, happens. Your response is what it will change the outcome of the situation. And that response is based on your mentality, on your mindset. So if you have a positive mindset, the outcome will be more positive. If you have a negative mindset, if you have a critical mindset, so the outcome will be defined by your response.
Okay, so if you're the type of person who looks at herself as a victim or sees things through black glasses instead of the crystal clear glasses that you want, how do you move to be a learner who has a positive mindset?
Well, the first step is to create awareness, to say, oh, wow, I really always negative. I'm always complaining, because sometimes most of the people, they don't even realize that they are doing that. So the first step is to become aware, like, oh, this is happening, right? Once you're aware, now you can use different tools, right? And one of the tools is to change your questions, because based on how you ask yourself, you will have an answer, right? If you have the tendency to ask, what is the problem? The recommendation will be, from now on, change the question to, what is the solution to this situation?
That makes a lot of sense.
Because the problem is already the problem. What we want is to move forward towards the other side. So it's just changing the question to something more positive. But to be able to do any of the tools, you need to be aware that you are doing that.
Yeah, and when you talk about changing that and the languaging is so important. And even when we're not just asking ourselves questions, but just the way we talk about ourselves, if we use those negative words in talking about ourselves, you're right, it feeds into that whole negativity. So that's an important part of that to look at, even just in your daily conversation, how you talk and how you refer to things.
Yeah, and what you think you become. So if you see the result and it's something that you don't like, you have to go back to how you're thinking, what you're saying to yourself. When you change that, the result will change.
Absolutely. And to see that even if you make a mistake, that's not the end of the world. You can make a mistake and just dwell on it and just keep focusing on that mistake. Or you could just say, I made a mistake. Let me see what I can do to correct that. And
I help my clients to celebrate failures too. Because when you make a mistake, means that there is room for improvement.
mm-hmm.
So you have to be grateful for that. Oh, wow, now I know that this thing, I have to readjust. So it's about the perception. If you see it as something negative, of course, you're going to feel bad. Oh, my goodness, I made a mistake. I am a failure, this and that. But if you see it with on the positive side, you can even celebrate those and you say, oh, I'm so grateful that this happened to me. Now I know what to do in this situation, or I'm getting stronger. Now I learn about this. So it's about perception.
Absolutely. And one of the ways that a person can look for solutions once they understand they have a problem, they want to deal with it, is to daydream. And as a dream expert, I love the idea, because dreams aren't only confined to our nighttime dreams. We can get into a space during the daytime where we can open up our mind to do that kind of daydreaming. So how do you believe the best way to daydream is?
Well, I think that what happened is that when we say daydream, people say, oh, no, but, they don't understand the importance of daydreaming. So I always start with, okay, this is the reason why you need to daydream. Everything in life starts with a thought form. Somebody has an idea and say, I want to create a computer, right? And then we have the manifestation. We have nowadays these technologies that is amazing. We have the computer. But everything starts with that dream. And that's what we call daydream. So energetically, you have to create your life by daydreaming what you really want. And that's the importance of daydreaming. Now that you know the importance, that you say, yes, of course, I want to be the creator of my life. How to do this? You start, I always say, 5 minutes. We all have 5 minutes or at least 2 minutes. If you are in the elevator ride from your apartment to the parking lot, or if you're driving after you drop the kids at school, or even though while you're taking a shower, anything, it doesn't matter. What you need is to put your thought forms into what you want. That's daydreaming. You start with those small spaces, and then later on, you can do your own appointment for daydream every day, at least 5 minutes or more if you have the ability to do so. But that's a moment for you. And if you see it as the creation of your life, for sure, you will make a space on your schedule to do so.
It's all about the importance, and it's all about time management. People like to say, oh, I don't have the time to do that. But really, it's because you don't think you have the time. Because if you actually mapped out your day and wrote down everything that you did, you would find there are gaps. And you're right. Those are the times that you can use for that.
Yeah. And there are certain things that you can do while, you can match an old habit with a new habit. For example, you don't have the habit yet to daydream, but you know that every day, let's say you make your cup of coffee, right? While the water is boiling and all that, while you're waiting, what you're doing? Most of the time, you're doing nothing. Sometimes you even occupy your mind in things that are not helpful for you. So start the new habit that every time that you are making your cup of tea, you are daydreaming. What do you want in your life? And then you will feel so good about it that then now you want to daydream all day long. So every small space that you have, you say, oh, what if I can become this? I can achieve this in my life. If everything is possible, what do I really want? So it becomes, you are so eager to daydream that now it becomes part of your life.
Exactly. And during those times, you can ask yourself questions, which involves focusing on the kinds of things that you want to ask yourself. What if you're not sure of, how to go about it? Is it just simply saying, what do I want out of my life? Or do you get deeper down into getting more specific about it? How does somebody figure out the right things to focus on?
Yeah. So, well, we all have general dreams and goals and, wishes that we want to fulfill, right? But sometimes it's helpful to ask why you want that. For example, people say, I want to be rich, but why? When you find the why to what it is that you are doing, you get more motivation. So for example, I want to help my family. I want to be able to help many people. And I want to be able to do charity. I want to be able to do this. So that gives you the motivation to understand what you want, right? So it's more about finding what motivates you, what makes you happy, what ignites your heart. And then from that, you start building up. It's a dream. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just the ability for you to dream, to think bigger than what you used to, because we put ourselves in a limit box. I only can do this. No, what about if that does not exist? What else can you do? When people come to me and say, no, but I'm like that, don't worry. No, we can change that if that's your wish. If you want to change that, we can make it happen. But the first thing is, do not identify that this is who you are. Exactly. So we need to expand. And the way to expand easily is daydreaming.
Very good. When I work with people with their dreams, I always tell them that a dream is an interesting story, but unless you take action on it, it's just a story and nothing really happens. So you focus and you come to a decision, this is really what I want. How do you help your clients get from that space of, I know what I want. How do you get them to take the action so they don't just think about it and procrastinate and never do anything about it?
Yeah, it's like everything in life. When you know what you want, then you have to go backwards and say, what do you need, right? For example, I have some clients that are in the process of changing careers or something like that. So, for example, they say, I don't know what I want to be. I say, okay, good. What is the problem that you want to solve? And based on that, we go backwards and say, for example, people who solve that problem, they are lawyers. or people who solve this problem, they are doctors. So then you have an idea where to go. The other way is like everything in life, right? Imagine you want to have a party, right? Now is this day, this is the theme. Now what do you need? You go backwards, right? What do you need? You need when, where, I need to buy the supplies, I need to order the cake. So what we do in any area of your life is to slice it down in small pieces so you can start achieving. Because what happens is that if you see the big picture, you say, oh no, I cannot deal with this dream. And we get afraid and we don't move forward. But once you see this big picture and you say, oh, the only thing that I need to do today is this small step, then you can do it. And then tomorrow, another thing. And then when you notice, boom, the dream comes true.
Absolutely. And it's so important to realize that you can take baby steps, and because each baby step is going to lead you farther toward your goal and away from the way you were if you want to change things. And that is so important, just to do that. On this note, we are going to take a short break. We are talking with healer Carolina Ayala all about the recipe for success, and we'll be right back. If you're not pleased with the trajectory of your life, the time to begin your own personal transformation is now, and your dreams can help pave the way. How? By tapping into your unvoiced confidence. What is unvoiced confidence, you say? It's the acceptance of your abilities and qualities. It's a state of mind coming from liking and even loving yourself, and feeling free to say or do anything you want without concern for the judgment of others. You were born confident, but may have had it chipped away little by the negative self-beliefs you've picked up over the years. If you're looking for the heightened energy, clarity of thought, and the feeling of being more alive that comes from self-confidence, you can rediscover it by paying attention to your dreams. Need some help doing this? Go to my website, thedreamcoach.net, and sign up for my complimentary dream discovery session. I can help show you how your dreams can help you return to the confident person you were always meant to be. Again, go to thedreamcoach.net. thedreamcoach.net.
Welcome back to Dream Power Radio with your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman.
Yes, welcome back to Dream Power Radio. I'm your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman, and we're talking about how to find success in your life with coach and healer Carolina Ayala. Well, Carolina, in the introduction, I did say that you are an energy healer, and you use energy as part of the tools that you use to help people achieve what they want out of life. And you call yourself a pranic healer. So for those unfamiliar with that term, what is pranic healing? And can you explain how that works?
Yes, sure. Pranic healing is an energy healing technique, ancient technique, that help you to transform energy to achieve your goals and dreams. That's it. So we have different classes. You can learn how to use pranic healing in your life. It's in every country, in every language. So you can go and look around pranic healing and you will find, the location close to you. It's a super simple technique. And they work also like a cookbook with steps. We use what we call protocols, right? If you want to do healing for a certain situation, you have the steps, the protocols to do what you're supposed to do. It's a chakra healing technique. So we focus on the chakras. The chakras are same way that in the physical body, we have internal organs, and every internal organ has a specific function and it's super important. In the energy body, we have these chakras. So if we heal the chakra, we heal the condition of the energy body. And everything is starting energy. And then it will manifest and physicalize. So if we are able to change the blueprint, that's what we do with pranic healing, then you can change your reality.
So when you're working with a client, how do you determine where to start?
Well, normally we start with a lot of cleansing, because we need to remove all programs, negative thought forms, negative belief. Sometimes those manifest in physical pain, right? The stress manifests a lot in physical pain. So we work a lot on cleansing. Pranic healing is based on two major concepts, which is cleansing and then energizing, so you can get new energy and you can manifest the best within you. So we start always is with small things. Within this energy healing technique, we learn different things. We learn meditation, breathing exercises, self-healing. There are different things that you can do in nature, that you can use crystals to help you. So there are many, many techniques that we can use, and it's tailored to the needs of the client.
Okay. Well, can you walk me through an example of a way that you've used this with one of your clients and the results that you've gotten?
Oh, yes. Normally, this is what we do. We have sessions, live sessions, right? So we start always with a short invocation, energy connection, right? We just make a small connection there. And then we start having the coaching part where we talk, we see what are the solutions to these situations. And in that moment, I give my clients certain recommendations. For example, oh, you are really stressed out, or you notice that always you respond let's say with anger to the situation. So you are looking for what is the opposite of anger for you. For example, inner peace or calm down. And then for example, one easy technique is to get any essential oil. I normally recommend lavender oil. So you are going to make an intention that every time that you smell the lavender, you will absorb the energy that you're looking for. In this case, is inner peace, right? Patience, understanding, calm. So if you know that, so people carry their lavender oil, right? Or they put it, and then sometimes if they start feeling that the energy is coming, the anger is coming out, they remember and say, okay, lavender, I'm absorbing all these positive energies, right? So like that, depending on the situation, I will give you different tools, practical tools, simple things that you can do in your day-to-day activities to overcome these challenges that you are facing right now. And at the end, I play a nice meditation. It's the staple meditation in pranic healing that is called Twin Hearts meditation. It's a meditation of service where you send blessings to everybody of love, of forgiveness. So while the person is doing the meditation, I do the energy healing. It helps to remove all those. In this case, the example is the anger, the resentment, all this negative energy. So then you can start moving forward. So that's a way that we integrate it in a simple way.
Yeah. It's funny that you talk about lavender oil. In dream work, we like to say that one of the ways that you can help promote dreams is to, spray some lavender in your bedroom, or put a little bit around your body, have it there at your bedside, because it does promote sweet dreams. So it's a very, very powerful aroma that a lot of people don't really.
It helps you to transform the energy. So yes. That's why also we use it in this case to transform and it's a reminder. We have to associate regular things to the things that we want to change, but we don't remember. If we don't know, we don't remember. So we start using tools to remember. I don't want more anger in my life. I want inner peace. I want love. I want kindness.
Yes. So you're saying that during the meditation that you play, you do this energy healing. This is distant healing, right? It's not, don't have to have the person actually.
Yes. You can do it in person. You can do it distantly too. So we have Zoom calls and it's okay. There is no problem. Normally we use crystal healings. For example, this is my healing one to do the healing. It look like a laser is to pinpoint those energies easily. So the crystal will absorb it, so I don't have to congest myself, right? So we use many tools as a healer that, for you don't even need to pay attention to that. You are soaking in the meditation, in the energy of the meditation while I do the cleansing part, right? I'm doing the work to help you to move forward. Because imagine like you are driving and your windshield is dirty. You have difficulties to see where you go, right? When we do the healing, it's like I'm cleaning your windshield. So now you have clarity and you say, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is where I really want to go. So it's easy for you to move forward if you have a cleaner energy body.
I love the way that you put that. It's so great. When you're aiming your crystal, are you aiming it at chakras or just it's depending on where it is?
Depending on the protocol of the condition that we are doing, but we focus normally on chakras or certain part of the body. If the condition is in specific organs like, diabetes, you focus on the pancreas, certain things, but it's all based on the protocol. We follow the recipe, the recipe, because that way we will have success. right? Because if you follow simple instructions, it's easy for you to replicate your results.
Yeah. Do they get results in one session, or do you have to do many sessions?
It depends on the condition. In one session, the most common thing is people feel so relaxed. They're, I'm falling asleep. And so, like so light, and I'm so happy and relaxed, right? That's good. That's a stepping stone. Is giving you the energy. But to be able to manifest a constant change, you need repetition, like everything in life, right? Like you go to the gym, you don't go once a year and say, look at my body. No, those people who has an amazing body, they have a routine and they go every day or certain times during the week to the gym, right? Because they have to build up. Same thing is with the energy. We have to build up, because especially if we have a tendency or a program, we're used to that. So we need to recheck. No, that's not what you do. From now on, the energy that you're going to follow is this one. So it takes repetition.
Something that you also work with is feng shui. So tell me how, just making your environment more organized helps a client.
Yeah, your energy will affect the environment. That's why sometimes you enter to a place and people turn around, or somebody enters and you feel it. The energy of that person changes the environment. But the energy of the environment also affects your energy. So there are certain elements that help your energy or reduce your energy level. For example, clutter reduces your energy level. And it's amazing because if you have a disorganized place, your life starts becoming like that. You're like, I don't know what is happening. Everything is so complicated. I'm so stressed out. The first thing, clean out. When you clean out, the more cleaner, simple, minimalist a concept, the better, right? Then it depends also, there are certain things that visually you need to keep encouraging yourself, whatever it is that you need, right? For example, I love sunflowers. Sunflowers is a flower. When you look at sunflower or the picture of a sunflower, your heart opens, because it's a happy flower. If you see, what does the sunflower do? Follows the sun, which is the major source of energy for us, right? So, for example, if you need that reminder of happiness, of a lot of energy, a sunflower, image or the sunflower itself is really good for you. So it's important to understand what you need to be able to incorporate those elements in your environment, so you start getting that energy, that support that you need to be able to move forward.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Carolina, is there a final thought that you'd like to leave for our audience?
Yes. Life is easy. We make it complicated, right? So I want to encourage the audience to go back and behave like a kid. No worries, daydreaming, allowing yourself to experience the beauty of life. And for that, if you need help, energy healing is very good to help you to move through that journey.
Oh, what a wonderful thought. Well, Carolina, how can people find out more about you and your work?
Yes, they can go to my website, carolinaayala.com. All together. And there you have all the information, all my contacts. If you want to continue the conversation, I'm totally open and receptive. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you for being on Dream Power Radio today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we've been speaking about the recipe for success with holistic energy healer, Carolina Ayala. Hope you've enjoyed today's program. If so, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Until next time, this is Debbie Spector-Weissman saying, sweet dreams, everybody.
You've been listening to Dream Power Radio with your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman. For more information on Debbie or to sign up for her newsletter, go to dreampowerradio.com. This has been Dream Power Radio.